Hey guys, Kayci here, welcoming you to my world. If you're regular, then welcome back. And if you're new here, stick around, join the clan. Like, drop a comment, and whatever you do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for weekly content. Kayci's World. Okay, folks, so I know why you're here. You're here because you want to amp up your Instagram game. Whew. You're here because you want to take those high quality fire photos that you just don't know how to take. You're here because you want your feed to look aesthetically pleasing, not only to you, but other random onlookers who come across your profile. I feel you, I see you, I hear you. So I'm going to tell you how I came to this journey. So a couple of caveats, just here. Your photos don't necessarily have to be Beyoncé-esque high quality photos to get you traction on Instagram, to get you those likes, to get you those follows. You really just kind of have to be your most authentic self. And I mean, I would go as far to say that a feed doesn't really matter. I think what matters more is what you're posting in those captions, and if you look and feel confident in the photos that you're posting. I mean, if you're posting a photo where when you took it, you felt extreme like happiness and you're posting it and you're like, I freaking love this photo here, people are just naturally gonna feel that. Like, they're not gonna understand why they're gravitating towards your pictures and your profile, but they're going to, just because they can feel the remnants of that happy energy that went into it. But if you're posting a photo and you're not sure how you feel about it, a little bit of that energy is also gonna get sprinkled in. And some of you might think I'm crazy, but this is 100% in accuracy. The way that I take my photos, I don't have a camera. I don't have any professional camera equipment. And if I did, I probably wouldn't know how to set it up so that I'm in frame and the background is not in frame. I'm not a camera whiz yet. You know, I'm still filming YouTube on my phone. But what I will say is that my iPhone is good for everything. And I have the iPhone 11. It's the one with the two cameras. I have that one. And it's actually really, really good to take photography. Now, the front camera gets the job done very, very well, but when you edit the photos and you put them up, you can tell that it was taken by a phone. I don't know why, but that's just something that happens with the front facing camera. Now, like I said, your photos don't have to have this lackluster quality like Beyonce's profile in order for you to get traction. That is the way that I put up my photos in the beginning of my feed. Now, I'll show you here, you know, before I transition to a different way of taking photos, which honestly, they're only slightly different. So this is why I'm saying you don't need, you know, like this amazing Beyonce quality as photo to get traction on Instagram. But okay, so my photos used to look like that. Very cool, very cool. Yeah. And then I switched completely by accident. I was walking around and I was making my big debut back into Instagram because I hadn't posted in forever, and I wanted to do something that was colorful and something that was bold and something that was bright. So I was walking down the street and I passed by this graffiti wall and I was like, that's perfect. And I wanted to really capture the graffiti mode. I cared less about the way that me and my outfit looked and more about capturing that graffiti because it was so cool. So instead of putting my phone in the front face view, I put my phone in the back camera was taking the photo, so I could get that graffiti and make sure that it was perfectly level and all that stuff. And I just wanted the colors to be as crisp as possible. I still put it in portrait mode because I was gonna be standing there, and that's usually how I take my photos when I'm using the front facing camera, always in portrait. Okay, so I'm eating an apple and I'm editing the first part of that video and I'm playing it back, and I just realized that there's a shit ton of fire sirens like in the background, and my best guess, that's Severide and Kayci from Chicago zooming their way to New York. I mean, I don't know.
No.
Honestly, best quality photos. If you're using the front camera, it's the best quality front facing photo you're gonna get if you use portrait. Same thing with the back camera. And I'm using portrait, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stand right here, and I'll blurb in a picture. Let me move so you can like get the right dimensions. And I'll blurb in a picture, but like I'm standing right here and just, you know, in my outfit, just staring at the camera so I can get the right, you know, see how the graffiti looks. It's just a test shot. And then when I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, that looks like a professional, like, tell me, that looks like a professional photo. Like, I'm clearly the center of attention because it's a portrait, but that graffiti is still there, and it's still so bright, and it's still so prevalent. And that's when I realized back-facing camera, so much better for photos all the time. Back-facing camera, must use back-facing camera. So now anytime that I take a photo shoot, I use my back-facing camera. And it is kind of difficult because I don't know where to position myself, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. It still gets the job done. It's worth a little bit of the hassle to get those crisp, fun shots. Now, I'm gonna stop talking about it a lot and stop rambling about it. And now I'm just going to actually show you my process of taking a fully fledged photo shoots. I'm dressed to take photos today because I will be posting on Instagram later. So I wanted to actually take you on the process of how to take these pictures. So I'm gonna go eat breakfast, and then I'll go take a photo shoot, and you'll be on that journey with me. Okay, so as you can see, I am in portrait mode. I'm right outside my building. There's a cool, like, brownish, orangish brick wall that I've taken a picture by before, but I wanted to do again in a different, like, angle, in a different direction. Okay, so the sucky thing actually about today's weather, besides the fact that it was freezing outside and my arms were dying, is that the position of the sun and where the camera was positioned was blowing out my face. So although the poses are good and my, you know, smile is cute and I like the way that I'm dressed, half of my face is blown out. So when you go into editing afterwards, it's very hard to give those photos a crisp color because of how foggy your face is. Like, it'll give the wall a crisp color, it'll give my outfit a crisp color, but it won't give my face a crisp color. You know, for that I might as well just advertise my outfit. But we onward, we trot. This was me trying to stand in different places and positions and see where my face doesn't look blown out. So I keep taking photos and checking, and yeah, you can tell that it's kind of blurry, it's kind of foggy, and that it's not my camera, you know, that's not me, that's the actual temperature and angle of, you know, of positioning. But I really like this, you know, this freaking angle, so it's kind of making me very upset, but eventually I did have to move. Okay, so now it's finally time to shift, and it was kind of upsetting. I wanted to get like the buildings at the top, but I couldn't because there was a dumb juice truck there that would have messed up the whole aesthetic. So instead I did these close-ups, and actually they're my favorite. Like that, like I was like, oh, okay, that one I I don't know what that is. But some of these photos, like that one, and most of the photos that I took in this specific angle, I really like actually kind of fell in love with. After editing them, I really brought that crispness to it. And because the angle is different and the sun isn't directly like, you know, in the camera frame, my face isn't being blown out. It can be seen very, very clearly. If you were to zoom in, you would be able to see the little tiny blackheads I have on my nose. So this was a very perfect angle. And now all I really have to do is edit them and give them that extra sheen. So let's do that. Okay, so where do I edit my photos? The big question. Lightroom. How did I learn to use Lightroom? Ashley, aka Best Dressed. That is where I edit all my photos, whether I use the front camera or the back camera. They go on Lightroom, and Lightroom is literally the best tool, and it's free. There's like extra, stuff that you can buy in presets, but you don't even have to dip into any of that. You can literally just use the app to edit all the photos. That's what I use to bring them to my liking. And like I showed you in my feed before, I always try to match everything to a specific color. I was going with this like rainbow feed kind of theme. And I, would specifically be like, okay, I'm wearing red, but this wall is brown. I'm going to make the wall red. Like, you can do all of that on Lightroom. So what I'm playing around here with are presets. I know these are not presets that you have to buy or purchase. If you are a whiz, a little sneaky whiz, you can go online and type in vintage Lightroom presets or dark Lightroom presets, and they'll tell you exactly where to put the color wheel, the exposure, everything, so that you can get that specific vintage feel. Now, what happens is that with certain photos, because of the colors that are in the photos or because of the color of your skin or whatever, those filters just aren't going to look the right way. So you have to adjust them a little bit, which is what I'm doing right now. Because when I use just the straight vintage filter that I have, it was not helping, the fact that my face already looked kind of foggy. In the end, I ended up kind of not going with this photo, not posting it at all. It wasn't capturing my attention because my face was foggy, but then my outfit was so bright and crisp. So it kind of looked like my head disappeared into the background. So as I was editing this photo, I kind of knew there was no hope for it to be that perfect wowza kind of look that I was going for. But I'm spending a lot of time on it because once I figure out the right colors, and I took all the pictures in the same location, so the color pickers, the color rules, the filters, they're all going to look exactly the same way on all the other pictures. So once I figure it out for this one, then I can just copy the settings and paste them on every single other picture and then adjust if necessary. But there's probably not going to be as much adjusting to do because they were all taken in the same location. I'm the same person, same skin tone, same colors. So there's not going to be, that much stuff to work on. So I really only just work on the first photo, whether I like it or not. That's what I spend the most time on. And then once I figure out the colors, then I add them to everything else, and then I'm pretty much done. So that's what I'm doing now, is just trying to make this as perfect as it can be in terms of color and vibrancy. So now I'm pretty much done with this photo. I know it's not going to get, the colors are the best that it can be at this point. So now I'm going to copy the settings, which they were. You just click the three dots and you can click copy settings. And then you do the same thing and you paste them. So see, same colors. I didn't like the fact that my face was kind of blown out, but the colors look crisp, which is what I was looking for. And then I just do that to literally every single photo and crop and adjust as I see necessary. So I'm stopping on this one just to show you that here my face isn't blown out. Here I zoom in and it looks like a real picture. The background is blurred. You can see the texture of my hair. So that's perfect. So is this one. This one's another great example of a good, crisp portrait. And so I actually found like about a handful of photos that I fell in love with.
and will be posting on Instagram. I think at the time of when this video is released, they've already been posted on Instagram. So make sure to follow me at Kayci Rose. The link is in the description. Okay, hello again. I hope that all of that was helpful. I hope that now you go and live your best life. Take some photos and just be a fashionista. Be a model. Do your thing, boo-boo. But I just wanted to say one more thing, just in case anybody was asking or wondering how I organize my feed before I actually post. I actually do use an app for that. Another thing I learned from Ashley, aka Best Dressed, she actually sent me to the app called Plan, but that is not what I use. I'm about to insert a video now, and so what I use is called Preview, and it's basically the same thing as Plan, but Plan started getting weird because it was asking me premium, you should go to premium like every 3 seconds, and then I had to make an account in order to, it was very confusing, and I was like, all right, Plan, no. And then I just kind of like searched Instagram feed. I don't remember what I searched in the app store, but I somehow happened upon Preview, and that is what I'm using now. And you can just click a photo. As you can see, these are the photos that I ended up falling in love with from my shoot. Check them out on Instagram if you haven't already. And just click on one because I think that would look good in the feed. What do I know? And then it'll show me, and I'll look at it and I'll be like, okay, I like that. Or if it doesn't fit, then I'll be like, I hate that. And I'll try and look for another picture in a wiggle room and all that stuff. But again, I don't focus like a lot on it because I think it's less about the feed, and honestly even less about the picture, but it's more about you and posting what makes you happy. Forget the rest of the world, okay? If you're happy, everything will fall into place. And that is it for this video. If you have made it this far, then please comment the camera emoji, because we talked about pictures and how to take bomb ass pictures. But yeah, that is it. I will see you next week. Thank you guys. Love you.